in the hallway, and I wanted to see why my bambina was up so late.
Don't call me your bambina.
Dominic, you waited the bambino.
Stop saying that.
Don't raise your voice at your mom. You know, you're not too old for me to take you across my knee.
You lay a finger on me, your teeth will be back in Sicily before you are.
That's my girl.
It says touch my leg.
That's in case they missed the tattoo that says the same thing.
Boy, my mother would kill me if I ever did that. She never wanted me to shave at all. By the time I got to high school, the kids had made up this really mean nickname.
Having trouble with this course, and I'd hate to see you have to repeat it.
You know, Professor Cooper, I've been thinking about what you said, and I have no intention of repeating this course.
Good. I'm glad you decided to take me up on my offer.
Oh, I'm declining your offer, but I do want to thank you.
For what?
Well, thanks to you, I see.
Blanche, you don't know how much it means
I'm not
to me to...
here for you. I realize this is a very important night for Rose, and that's why I came. Just don't mind me.
To Rose.
I like this toast to Blanche better. Hi, girls. This is not what it looks like. In person.
What do you mean?
That wasn't his sister, that was his wife.
He was married.
I can't fault.
What did I do?
Well, you made us fire Marguerite, that's what. Now she's put a curse on us.
Come on now, you're just upset, you're talking nonsense.
Well, it makes perfect sense to me.
I rest my case.
Come on, Dorothy, you have to admit terrible things have been happening since we fired Marguerite. Our plum...
Findings. There are new diseases arising all the time, things that we don't necessarily have tests for. But that doesn't mean the diseases don't exist.
See how terrific the Chinese are with the most terrific food. Tasty, but not fattening. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't get hungry an hour later.
Ma, let Dr.
I mean, it's as if she doesn't care about my knees just because she's a lot younger than I am.
Fine, keep your damned earrings.
Oh, no, Blanche, not you, Abby.
Oh, right. I was thrown by the she's a lot younger than you part.
So what should I do?
cheated on me. He is a loathsome, repulsive creature, and even the thought of pretending to be married to him makes me physically ill.
Fine, but I'm still staying for dinner.
Dorothy, if you don't do this, I'll never speak to you again.
I don't care.
I'll cut you out of the will.
I don't care.
I'll invite Stan to eat over every night for the rest of your life.
How bad can it be? It's just for the day.
Great show.
I watch it every night.
Oh, we know. We missed the entire Gulf War.
I like to play along. Sometimes I win.
Yes, you do, Pussycat. You win a lot. You've got a wonderful life.
I'm gonna do it, Ma. This is my shot. They're taking applications begin.
Are you telling us that you got your date out of the phone book? Well, Blanche, you make it sound like I found him in the yellow pages. It's not like I don't...
Lorraine is kind of black.
Kind of black. What does that mean, kind of black? I mean, that's like being kind of Spanish. You know, either you asked me to too.
Dorothy's done nothing but talk about you for weeks. Rose. Every time she mentions your name, she practically glows. Rose. I think she's really very smitten with you. Rose. He's a priest, isn't he? And when you tell her...
Oh, I'm not telling her anything.
Well, she's your friend. You've got to tell her.
Oh, no, I don't. The last time a friend's sweetheart made a pass at me, I lost my friend, Anderbo.
Anderbo?
That's right, Anderbo Johnson. Clyde Whitehead, Anderbo's beau, decided he wanted to see my cheerleader sweater from the inside.
You believe this? The stripper's here and we're missing it all because of these stupid blindfolds. Okay, Farillo, drop your pants. It's time for a little search and seizure.
Touch me again and you're going to prison, lady.
Honk, honk! He's gonna pop the question.
Oh, I don't know that.
Of course you do. What else could it be? Oh, honey, congratulations.
You're more excited than I am.
Well, why not, Dorothy? Just think of it. Life with a successful attorney. The summer homes, the glamorous social circles, those impulsive little trips to Europe with rascally Romy. Don't I always?
I love you.
I love you too. I look at him, I see Errol Flynn. Some people found it obnoxious. For me, it was a turn-on.
Miles is cooking dinner to celebrate Frost's birthday. He invited us all and we accepted.
I don't remember ever agreeing to that.
Sure you did. I distinctly remember. You said, oh boy, Miles reading poetry. Sign me up, sign me up. You sounded pretty definite.
Lyrics. You are? Well, what if I'm using them?
Oh, honey, I would be so happy for you. But I know you don't have a date. Actually, the only woman I know who went without male companionship longer than you was Heather Swain, who went to the sanitarium for what Reverend Samuels insisted was the croup, for which all Mayflower...
Hi, Rose. How's it going?
Hi, Blanche!
God, I hate morning people.
Ever since I've been a candy striper, I've been giving all my patients the traditional St. Olaf fun pack. Each one has a pack of gum, a bar of soap, and sock puppets.
Messed up in high school.
Well, it wasn't your fault. That was my mother's.
Actually, I've always wanted to thank you, Mother, for that night.
Why?
For not letting me take you out. She took one look at my clothes and my attitude, and she said it wasn't good enough for her daughter. Her little girl deserved better.
Lunch to find his best friend in bed with his wife.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That must have been quite a shock.
It was. Arthur's never come home with lunch before. He caught me red-handed. Now, where were we?
Mr. Allen, we were talking about art. You know, the thing we hang over.
Hello, baby. It's Mama. Well, I'm fine, honey. I'm just fine. I'm calling you about David. No, he's fine. Matter of fact, he's so happy here, Janet, that I've decided to keep him and raise him myself. You heard me.
Well, here's our absolute limit.
Next, we have Community Property by Jasper de Kimmel. This is a small piece, but certainly one which will be worth many times its current value someday.
Like tomorrow.
Keeping a secret just isn't your strong suit, is it, Rose? Besides that, I'm still in love with the man, and I can't let him marry someone else.
Is it me, or is the room suddenly getting darker?
Took to have me.
Did I mention the colic?
Ma, you're hurting my feelings.
Not as much as you hurt my uni. I'll tell you something, Dorothy. No matter how much pain I went through, and it was a lot, I wouldn't give up having you for anything in the world.
Thanks, Ma.
Blanche? Blanche?
I'm fine. I just feel a little cold and clammy and just a little short of breath.
Okay, I want to go over a few of the house rules. You share the bathroom with the people staying in Dorothy's room. I believe the people across the street are out of town, so you can use their pool. They're friends of ours, so try and pick up after yourselves.
Hello.
What are you doing in there? Painting the Sistine Chapel?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Pit stop!
The actor or the sausage?
You know, Dorothy, I was thinking how wonderful it is to have a pig living here. This morning I was all snugly Oh, God, I don't know how to tell you this. Oh, it's about your mother. Ma. Oh, my God, and the dog. I think he ate your mother.
Ma! Some attack dog. He hid under the table, peed on the floor, and ran out the back.
Moving along to item number 17. A leather jacket recently worn in concert by one of the world's leading musical talents.
Get ready, this is it.
I have a really dumb question.
And I have a box of chiclets. What's your point?
How high do we bid?
High.
Especially since no matter how old we get, I'll always be the youngest and the prettiest and by far the most desirable.
You know, once again, she had me in her corner right up until the end.
And last but not least is a grandmother of 6, Sophia Petrollo. Sophia, it says here that you and Dorothy are mother and daughter.
No, Guy. Rose is my daughter now. And you, Dorothy, are the biggest disappointment to hit the streets since the AMC Pacer. From the curse.
So why don't you just kiss Rose and get it over with?
Technically, Rose isn't a fool. She's a simpleton.
What's the difference?
How can I explain it? Fools read Dear Abby. Simpletons read Ann Landers. It's a fine line.
Actually, I'm very...
Okay, sure.
Great. Good night.
Good night. Well, what do you think? He's quite a man.
Oh, he certainly is, Rose.
Oh, I'm glad you both feel that way because I think Jonathan's going to ask me to marry him. About 56 boyfriends. Of course, that was before I knew Charlie. I probably would have had more, but I wasn't allowed to start dating till I was a senior. 56? 56?
Oh, God, stand back. She's gonna blow.
What do you mean you had 56 boyfriends? You told me you were a virgin till you got married.
Hey, you can have a boyfriend.
Oh, the light bulb goes on every time. Doesn't mean someone's living there.
It's Charlie. It's Charlie. He's trying to contact me from beyond the grave. It's a miracle.
Look closely, Rose. It's Mrs. Butterworth.
What did you say?
I said, okie dokie.
Okay. Okay, I can't believe it. After all these years of being sensitive, I barge in here like some macho jerk, and I get exactly what I want.
Oh, Muzz, I find this side of you very exciting.
Your purse.
You just be careful, son. There is a long list of men who bear the scars of trying the wrong thing at the wrong time with me. Scars, I might add, that are not visible to the general public.
I thought you might have a piece of gum.
Oh.
Eat with animals.
Lucy's ready to leave. Come on and say goodbye.
Oh, we'll be right there on Rosen Island. If you ever breathe a word of this to anyone, I swear I'll kill you.
Dorothy, don't be silly. You couldn't even kill a little mouse. That's because you can communicate with him. Oh, Dorothy, one word of caution.
It's time, Sophia.
Do I have to?
Don't be so sad. We'll be together again.
I love you, Sal.
And I love you. And tell my little Spumoni face something. I'm proud of her.
Alone.
Oh, no, don't you leave, girls. Don't you leave. I want my friends here to share my happiness, my enormous happiness. Honey, tell me all about Paris. Where'd you live? Where'd you work?
Where'd you find jeans that size?
Sophia.
Oh, no, Mama, it's okay. I may have lost my figure, but I still have my...
You've been dating him and he dumped you, and now you're getting even by telling me.
No, that's
I've
not...
heard this before. I can't tell you how many times.
You have?
You think you're the first? Please. The first time Al slept with someone else was on our honeymoon. No, in Paris.
Do you have any idea how much that hurts? Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Orbison.
Right, I better change.
So, Ted, what brings you to Miami?
Oh, I'll grab any chance I can to spend some time with the greatest guy in the world.
My kid brother still looks up to me.
Well, he should. After all,
Not like you. You live with friends and family, holidays and warmth. I hear the silence.
We'll talk. We'll talk all the time. You can come over Thanksgiving, Christmas, every Friday night. I may not be there, but you could always talk to Rose.
between us and Holly. It's between you and Holly. Ever since she arrived, you've been trying to convince us that she's been doing terrible things. And Rose, it simply isn't true.
See, we happen to like Holly. So whatever the problem is, will you just kind of leave us out of it and you settle it with her, okay?
Who the hell is this? Dorothy, nice to hear from you. How's the vacation? Good. Well, nothing's happening here. Take care.
That's it. Very sweet.
It's just borrowing it, you know. I'll need it back.
Okay.
You can slip it to me right after the ceremony.
All right.
It's an antique.
Give it to me.
Dorothy, you're trembling. Are you that scared?
Yes. I'm just as queasy as I was at my first wedding, except... How do you know those words?
I guess it's from reading the American Journal of Abnormal Psychology. It's published in St. Olaf, you know. In fact, my Uncle Gunter used to be the editor.
And what were you, the centerfold?
I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe it.
I haven't had a decent night's sleep in weeks. Every time I climb into bed, I feel guilty.
Take down the video equipment.
We had a neighbor in Minnesota who killed her husband. She backed over him with a combine, and she didn't even know she had done it until she found little bits of plaid in the corn. She said, "Funny, that looks like bits of Joe's plaid shirt. And that looks like bits of Joe's overall."
Here, take him. He's wet.
Well, somebody better change him or he'll get a rash on his winky.
We're sorry we had to disturb you, Harry, but he's running a fever of 103.
What do you think it is?
Well, he could be teething, it could be the flu, and...
You and your daughter.
You should never lie to anyone.
Okay, it was only 3 minutes, but still. I stood there like a fool.
Even if lying seems like a good idea at the time.
Oh, Rose, what are you talking about? Is this about Kirsten?
Oh, Kirsten wouldn't lie.
That cheap toupee you're wearing retains heat.
Stanley, why are you here?
Michael and I made plans to see each other tonight. You know, a real father-son evening where we can rap and share our feelings and create good vibes.
I can dig it. Where are you taking him?
I enjoyed. I patted a few bottoms. But that was it, Rose. No, Molly was my world. And then one day, a drunk in a Chevy took my world away. For a year, I was a zombie. I drank.
All right, I think I'll just stick around.
What the heck? That car will still be there tomorrow.
Boy, this is depressing. Girls, let's go cruising.
Hey, I know a place for guys who wrestle naked in the mud.
Conway Twitty.
The problem is, Robert charges $300, and it's just not in my budget this month. Oh, that's the trouble with being beautiful. The maintenance will kill you.
I I have an idea, Blanche. How about moonlighting and making some extra money?
Another job? Rose, I already work. You carrying on when another woman is about to steal my destiny. I always thought it would be me closing out my last years in Hollingsworth Manor.
Look, if anybody has a right to complain, it's me. When Dorothy gets married, think about this. She'll be a Hollingsworth. Lucas and Blanche are already Hollingsworth.
Sophia will move forward in the grand tradition of the founders of this, our great country.
What office are you running for, Blanche?
Fashion show chairman of the Tinkerbells.
Morning, everybody. Rose, honey, I hope you don't mind. I borrowed your golf glove. I have a date to play this morning.
With a man?
No, Blanche, with a Venus flytrap. I know. I'm sorry, honey. I'm just scared.
Oh, it's understandable.
No, it's surprising. You know, when I was married to Stan, there were moments when I'd look at my life and think, oh, my God, what if I lost him? Well, I guess you can't just turn your back on 38 years of living, because part of me feels that way right now. And
Little Richard was in Bermuda?
Yes, Rose. He was burying Fats Domino in the... Go ahead, Blanche.
Richard's always talking about how much his children mean to him.
But grab that dough goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. I don't know if all that's true, but you got me and baby, I got you.
Wear lamb chops again, didn't you?
It's not like they slow her down.
Listen, have you seen my mother?
No.
I can't find her. She's gone. I ducked my head in her bedroom. She's not there. That's it. She never does what I tell her to do. It doesn't take a genius to figure out where she is.
I know.
Hi, everybody. Oh, Rose, don't move, honey. She's got the teddy bear and a water pistol.
Rose, it won't sound any less ridiculous if you hear it again.
You found my teddy. Where was he?
You didn't tell her?
Tell me what?
I think the price...
What a terrible night that was. Oh, it wasn't so bad. Something good did come out of it. I dated Floppo the Clown for several months after that. You know, his feet really were that big.
Hope is not your father. He has no idea who you are, and he's not about to come anywhere near this place.
That's not true. He's here in Miami. It's right in today's paper.
Well, she's right. He is in a golf tournament here.
Apology accepted.
Rose, what the hell is
There's $1 I'll never see. What a terrible night that was. I remember we were trying to make a train connection to get back to Miami.
Come on, girls, we only have 10 minutes to catch our next train.
I don't think I can take another 3 hours on a train.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. But then again, I've always...
That's pretty good.
Well, let's see. Just so much to remember. Well, he was charming and quite an athlete, intellectual. He could match wits with anybody in town. And very handsome. The ladies loved him.
Sick, Dorothy. The people I see can't walk. They can't swallow. Some of them can't breathe. Look, don't take this the wrong way, but have you ever thought about seeing a psychiatrist?
I have seen 2. Here are their letters. They both say there is nothing psychologically wrong with me. They believe it is physical.
What the hell do they know?
You? That convinced me. I wonder what Charlie would say if he knew.
Probably the same thing Molly said.
Molly didn't actually say that, Rose.
There's some... You ever tried passing a sponge?
What happened, Sophia?
I got stuck with the meanest patient of the history of medicine. I mean, just because a person has 2 weeks to live doesn't mean he has to be cranky.
Oh, come on, Ma, the man is dying. I mean, have some... What? Oh, my God. Yes, all right.
What is it?
It's Mario's uncle. Mario has run away.
Oh, no. Well, where would he go?
Well, there's only one place I can think of. I'm going to get dressed and go.
Oh, wait a minute. We'll go with you, Dorothy. Bye.
Ma! Ma!
You must be Tommy's boy. How's the team look this year?
Rose, really. I'm fine. I've been having accidents since I was 2 years old. This is not a major crisis. You don't have to worry about me.
Well, it's hard for me not to.
I know. That's because you're a worrier. I remember when you were 6 years old and Dad got you that puppy for your birthday. You worried because you thought her paw...
Mama, you have to accept me for what I am. You have to stop trying to tell me how to run my life, otherwise I'm gonna have to leave again.
No, honey. Oh, you know, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I love you just the way you are. Everlast past.
That you wanted to see me about.
Not now, Dorothy. Finish your thought, Blanche.
Into the kitchen, Stanley.
Well, I'll just send one of them home. Only which one? You know, Sophia, I used to have this recurring dream about twins. They always killed each other over me. Maybe I'll drive. I wish we had packed a bug spray.
Girls, I've got our whole day planned tomorrow. After breakfast, we're going to go out on a glass-bottom boat. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll tour an old Spanish fort. And...
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to join Dorothy and Stanley in blah, 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 followed by rings and into the vows.
Dorothy, I vow to you that my love is pure.
It so happens our community playhouse is doing The Taming of the Shrew, and I'm to audition for the role of Kate, the fiery tart of Padua whom no man could tame. Hark! Perhaps a suitor doth approach it.
Do you think he'll stay all night?
Now, what can I do for the senior statesman of the group?
I'll let that pass because you have the upper hand. Officer, my friends and I are totally innocent.
I'm innocent too.
Me too.
We're all innocent. Quiet, you trash.
Dorothy, what about our guests? What about our honeymoon in Aruba?
Oh, I'd be too confused. Would I be using your money or my money?
Oh, we could check with Marvin.
I don't think so.
I love you. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yes.
had to marry her.
But why would she marry a guy like that?
Because I was young. I'm sorry, Rose. This is your story. Go on.
Well, anyway, after 38 years of marriage and a painful divorce, he...
But it's not the one you're hoping, Blanche. It was the heater fogging up my car windows that night.
So, what can I bring you, sweetheart?
Don't you dare talk to him like that. Now, you get out of here.
Blanche, I think...
This is the most humiliating thing that's ever happened to me.
How quickly you forget the 1964 Tokyo Olympics.
Big deal. 80,000 people had to wait 20 minutes. The torch eventually got there, didn't it?
What I think Rose is trying to say is that things aren't working out and we're going to have to let you go.
You're firing me?
Oh, no. Yes.
Can I see you in the kitchen?
I don't know. Why don't you go in and find out?
Get in there. Go. Excuse us.
I ought to have you horsewhipped.
I haven't even opened the damn box.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe he left someone like you.
He left someone else like me?
No, I mean you. That he left you.
Oh. Okay.
I should be more clear.
That'd be great.
Listen, now that we're talking to each other, can I ask you a question? Why in hell did you ever marry Stan?
It was my magenta period. And you know, Stan was rather handsome when he had hair.
Come on.
Yeah. He had a certain elegant charm.
Oh, I'd love you to meet my friend, Rose.
Oh, hi, John, ready. Shall we go? We've got reservations at 8:30.
Take me. Out. Take me out for dinner. When I sleep with Lucas, I'm not alone. There's this phantom of you there, and he has the haunts of his prior relationships, and, well, I can't pretend you're not a part of me.
So what are you saying? You slept with this guy?
You don't have to deal with 400 people in Simpsons t-shirts trying to knock 25 cents off your I lost my ass in Vegas cup.
Is my cup out there? I don't want to sell my cup.
Come on, Blanche. There's nothing wrong with Rose having a yard sale. Right, Ma?
Here, Blanche, taste this.
Ma!
Look, Rose, still gives me a headache.
The important thing is that we didn't do anything to feel guilty about.
That's right. Ma saved a human life. Even if it did put us in debt, and even if he was the most miserable, contemptible slug on the face of this earth.
Well, look who's here, the runner-up.
Hell, if we do have to go to a nursing home, let's all go together.
But what happens when there's only one of us left?
Don't worry, I can take care of myself.
Wait a minute. My super terrific hearing detects a visitor. It's Mr. Policeman, disguised as Mr. Mailman. Why don't I follow?
Could I smell waffles?
What does this look like, the house of pancakes?
So, how's Kate doing?
Better than I am. Dennis is here, and she's forgiven him.
Dennis is here? Somebody hold my hair. I'm gonna kill him.
Oh, sit down and shut up.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, Daddy.
Rose, I was just thinking about you.
Really?
Yeah, my hand was throbbing.
I brought you a Vanskap kaka. It's a traditional St. Olaf friendship cake.
Rose, I don't want any gifts from you. I mean, I really don't want to have anything to do with you.
You know, my motto today could be the last day of the rest of your life.
Sophia, I'll bet with a few tips from me, you can have this guy Tony in bed in no time.
That's good, because that's exactly how much time we have.
Now, my mother does not...
He's the master of the wheelchair. Just look at the way he takes those corners.
Oh, come on, the guy's got radials.
Excuse me, we were watching something else.
Well, Sophia wants to watch Ironside, and I believe a happy patient is a healthy patient. He's a fine detective, isn't he, Sophia?
It turned up 3 days later.
Where'd you turn up, Dorothy?
Hi, Sophia. Hi, Al. You hear anything on the wiretap yet?
Save your breath. He can't hear a word with those things on his ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been entertaining myself all afternoon. Watch. Hey, you dumb bachicaloop. Your face looks like the rear end of a donkey.
Well, you know, I don't have a date yet either.
Blanche Devereaux can't find a date?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. My only problem is trying to decide which of my many suitors to flatter with an invitation. After all, it's a social event of the season.
I guess you'll just have to break a few hundred hearts, Blanche.
I know. I haven't had to disappoint so many men.
Rose, spit it out!
But Dorothy!
Right now, Rose! This is Fred Flintstone.
Well, that's that. Anything else you need me to straighten out for you?
No, Ma. So tell me, how was the wedding?
Beautiful. Until the bride lifted her veil. I shudder to think what was under that dress. Who spends all day trying to look up women's dresses. Relax. He doesn't speak a word of English. Watch. Vincenzo, you're a wrinkled old pervert, right? But Sophia, Vincenzo, in New York, you think he has time to write letters home?
Hi, Grandma.
Don't hi me. You can't pick up a phone and call your own grandmother?
You look terrific, Grandma.
I know. So give me a kiss already.
Honey, I want you to meet my dear friend Blanche. Blanche, this is my son, Michael.
I would get up, but I've thrown my back totally out of waiting.
Stan?
I am not, and I don't need to rehearse.
Oh, I think it's a good idea, Dorothy. If you like, I'll be Stan.
Beat it. I already got dibs on Stan. You be Dorothy.
Don't be stupid. Besides, Rose ought to be Dorothy.
No thanks. But I'll play Stan?
You know, your grandma feels real bad about everything. What do you say we forgive her?
You know, you remind me so much of your mother. The reason why I would lie to you?
You're embarrassed because you seduced him. You're scared and you're guilty because you ruined his campaign.
3 good reasons.
Oh, shut up, Rose.
Hello. Yes, this is Blanche.
When I woke up, I was crying. What do you suppose it all means?
Peanuts envy?
Good morning.
Oh, hey, you got home pretty late last night. When I went to bed, you still weren't in.
Well, I was up all night with Mel Bushman having...
Before my father finished the sentence.
You married your father?
My father told Stan that he had to marry me. I was pregnant.
You had a blowgun wedding?
If you live in the Amazon, it takes so little to make her happy. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, honey.
Rose, good.
I want you to know you're the only woman in my life.
That's a sack of cold chestnuts, mister. Blanche. Don't you blanch me, you lowlife. You think you can just roll into this town and have your way with every woman you want?
There was someone else besides me.
Oh, yes, that was me and that was Rose.
And me.
You slept with the sheriff?
Lord, no. I'm gonna laugh instead.
Well, now, to be honest, it is a little difficult for me. I mean, everything happened so fast. My God, you and Lucas probably haven't even slept together yet.
Blanche, don't be ridiculous. I mean, I know...
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, Blanche, I am so glad you came back. Listen, I have to talk to you.
Well, honey, I have to talk to you, too, and it's about the money.
That's exactly what I wanted to
Have it hauled away and I'll split.
That does it. You don't have any choice. You're hauling that tree away, capiche?
You Italians have got some temper.
You Italians?
With disdain in his voice, he said it. Now you're gonna pay.
On the Home Shopping Network.
But Dorothy, you do have to admit, it was very touching what Rocco did for sweep the clothes on the rocks, not the dishes.
No wonder they broke.
Okay, who wants to go shopping? It's a little early for that, isn't it, Renee?
Then we're going out to eat. It's either shopping or eating. Take your pick.
You didn't talk to him.
I couldn't.
Oh.
George was on call all weekend. 3 heart attacks,
Sprinklers, and you found them on the lawn.
That's not bad. Well, I've never had to do this before. Tell a wife that her husband's been cheating on her with me. That's the hardest thing ever to have to tell anybody.
Oh, no, it's not. How about having to tell a president?
Oh, that is so typical. All those swamis are just out for a buck. I mean, they can't teach you anything that anyone with any common sense doesn't already know.
I didn't know that.
A visual aid.
Oh, really, Ramdas? If it's all so easy, let's hear you answer this.
I'm Jacques DeCorville, manager of Wrestling Palms, and reigning out in Limbo King.
Oh, please, come in.
All right, I'm in, so talk to me, ladies. What's the problem here?
Well, to begin with, Mr. DeCorville, in here it says that every room in the hotel has an ocean view. Now, where is ours?
Come here, get up, here, over here.
Oh, no.
And it's finally happened. I cannot believe it. I have lost it, haven't I?
In more back seats than any woman I know.
Ma, you're not feeling any better, are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
But you look terrible.
Gee, I guess I won't be making it in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
You think you could be a little patient, Jamie?
Look, I know things move kind of slow here at Sunnybrook Farm, but we do have a plane to catch.
Into the kitchen.
What?
You heard me. Into the kitchen right now.
Hurry up, get dressed, we're gonna be late for temple.
Ma, it's Tuesday, and we're Catholic.
Mabel, he'll blow my head off.
Rose, you've got to do something. This is crippling you.
Just save whatever pieces you find, Sophia. I can glue it back together.
You bet. Whatever I find, I love that vase.
You miserable, low-down piece of Yankee slime.
Blanche, I sense some hostility towards me.
How'd you like to sense a coconut upside your head?
Blanche, get a hold of yourself.
I don't want to get a hold of myself. They invite us to go out on a boat, then they sail us right out in the middle of a storm. We end up shipwrecked on the deep. I guess if you're going to relate to a child, it helps to have the mind of a child.
Blanche, where would you get a crazy idea like that?
Say is I realize how much you mean to me and that I don't need anybody else. I want to be a one-man woman and you're it. Mel Bushman, I love you.
Order. Each generation improves upon it in some way. Like, for instance, it was my great-grandmother who added heat. What did you add, Sophia? A mouthful of wine. You know, Dorothy, I think we're missing a whole box of slides. They must be in the suitcase in the closet.
Well, I'll take a look. Mom, where are you going?
I can't stand it anymore. Your life is supposed to flash before your eyes, but...
Dorothy, honey, sit down. Pacing isn't gonna help.
I just can't stop thinking about Ma.
Look at that! Perfect! 98.6.
Yep, that's what it looks like to me.
For you?
Ma, Gloria is my sister. I'm Dorothy.
I know, there'll be other dates for Gloria. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Mrs. Ferguson. Bobby Vinton is the king of rock and roll.
Simpler America. I turned to my wife, Barbara, and I said, Mom, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, sorry, I must have lapsed into George Bush's inauguration speech. Where was I?
Lightning bugs.
Right. I liked them so much I'd catch them in glass jars so I could watch them light up whenever I wanted.
An itty-bitty detail about you.
That I'm a priest.
Uh-huh.
She didn't know.
What, you think you were just a boring dresser?
She's never seen me in cleric's clothing.
I didn't know you priests could take your clothes off.
What am I gonna do? Just calm down. I'll show you an old Sicilian trick. This is how I grew up poor and managed to eat in the best restaurants in all of Italy. Watch. Look, learn. It's awful. Swill.
Certainly explains the feeling of being right all the time. What is it?
173.
I don't know if you know this, but a burro can find its way back home.
Have fun shopping, Rose.
Oh, I'll be back. Listening to my yodeling tapes. When the driver behind me starts furiously honking his horn, I decide to be a lady and let him pass. And what does he do? Pulls alongside, shouts obscenities that would make Joan Rivers blush, then speeds off down the street.
Who cares, Rose? I got my own problems.
Well, I'll never understand what Jean doesn't see in the opposite sex, but hey, if that's what makes her happy, that's fine by me.
There's one other thing.
Jean thinks she's in love with Rose.
Rose? Jean has the hots for Rose?
I don't believe it. I do not.
Be like school.
I have already read the book for the class, which is interesting, and I've also completed all the assignments for the class. Plus, this is a special report that I have written based on the extra research that I have done for the class.
We're never going to beat you people, are we? Now,
Now shut up and get into bed.
Amen.
Nice work, Dorothy.
Wasn't me.
That's him. He's early. I haven't finished my face.
well, the only thing left is to dip it in bronze. We'll get it. I wonder what he looks like.
I just hope he doesn't have hair in his ears.
Said he might be here.
Yes, is something wrong?
I'm with the Immigration and Naturalization Service. We have reason to believe that Mario is in this country illegally. Mario, afraid you'll have to come with me.
From Miami.
You know, I think I will take a slice of cake. Hello.
Uncle Angelo, I'd like you to meet,
I'm Sister Rose.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Sister Blanche. We're here collecting lingerie.
Get back in the social scene. And it isn't easy. There are just so many jerks out there.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm so normal, I'm dull.
Oh, you're not dull. I mean, compared to not dating at all.
Rose, maybe I shouldn't say this because someday I hope to...
Rose, what are you doing? I heard the creative process is a lot like giving birth, so I'm doing my Lamaze breathing.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought I wasn't the only one with the invisible man fantasy.
Meanwhile, we really should get going.
Well, I'll call you next week, Mama. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye, sweetheart.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, right.
All the day and night time. Hear me sigh.
Oh, Stanley Zbornak, I don't believe that you're trying to charm me.
Is it working?
I don't think so.
Then you leave me no choice. I'll have to pull out the big gun.
You're wasting your time, Stanley. I'm familiar with the big gun.
Done. By the way, was that a real English Bobby spanking you there in front of Big Ben?
Now, ladies, would you like to meet the other contestants?
Oh, look. There's Guy Corbin. Oh, what a hunk.
Oh, that man makes my Ovaltine.
Reynolds Dinner Theater.
Blanche, might I see you a moment?
Pardonnez-moi.
Listen, you keep your bloomers on, Scarlett. He's taking me out tomorrow night.
But he wants me. I can feel it.
Let somebody else feel it. Oh, Blanche, this is Dr. Jonathan Newman.
Get out of here. But Dorothy, he's
a little early, yes, but we're delighted to see him.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, Rose. You're looking lovely.
Break out the finger sandwiches. Mr. Astaire looks like he's hungry.
I'm Merrill. Are you Blanche?
No.
How about you, cutie?
Boy, this guy's done hard time. Dorothy's Bornak, you're in big trouble.
What? What did I do?
You lied to me, that's what you did. I was going through your purse and look at what I found. Betting slips. You went to the track again. How could you, Dorothy? I've spent the best years of my life...
What can I say about Philip Petrillo? He was special. Very special. Yeah, man doesn't get any more special than this.
All right, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Blanche, what is it?
Oh, it's Big Daddy. He's dead.
Jewish sons are the best. They give great gifts, they always call, and you don't have to worry about them getting hurt playing sports.
Ma, trust me, you are going to love your present.
What is it?
You'll find out Saturday at the party.
Hey, I'm an old woman. I could die before I see it. You'd feel terrible.
If you don't mind, I would like to see this, Michael.
You and the rest of Miami. Sorry, the entire engagement is sold out. Michael!
Do you know who that is?
Sure, it's the guy from the Pepsi commercials.
Pepsi commercial. It's just that this last year has been so difficult for me. See, Pat was the person that I planned to spend the rest of my life with. And when she died, I just felt so terribly alone. Empty. I thought I could never care for anyone again. Until I met...
Did I just lapse into Swedish? Read it and weep.
Tales of Tune to the Tiger and His Friends by Hans Christian Lockerhoven. Well, who's Hans Christian Lockerhoven?
Only St. Olaf's greatest author. He wrote the classic fairy
war, only cheaper. It's a perfect game for Sicily, a country very warlike and dead-ass broke.
Well, they printed the retraction.
Let me see it. But I can't find it.
Of course you can't. It's way... I am never speaking to that low-down scuzzball ever again. He changed his mind.
Hello? Yes, this is Rose. Well, okay. Bye.
Local pig breeder were doing theirs. God, I hope I got the names right. Anyway, when Niels heard about it, he banished Fricka from his house and his life forever. So, after a while, he lost interest in the pig's company and he ate her.
Patient picture.
You were such a lovely girl. Oh, I never felt that way. I always felt awkward and clumsy, except in your class. You made me feel intelligent and beautiful and special. I never forgot that.
And I have never forgotten you.
Sophia, how was your date last night? Tony Del Vecchio is a dreamboat. I wouldn't mind glancing over at the night table and seeing his teeth next to mine.
Ma, please. I mean, it's probably silly, but I'm not that comfortable hearing about your romance.
I don't know, Dorothy. Maybe you're right. I should try to make this relationship work. Okay, I'm gonna go get prettied up, and then I'm going down to the drugstore and get to know more about this man. You know, Bill's likes, Bill's dislikes, Bill's last name.
It's much worse.
Blanche, what is it?
My life is over.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for thinking all those bad things about you when I thought you were pregnant. Like what a slut you were for having all those men.
Then they just don't get the message.
Oh, Blanche is so right, Dorothy. That was exactly the problem I had with Eddie Parker. He was this real sweet guy who was crazy about me, but I just didn't feel the same way about him. You see, when Charlie went off to war, I went to work for our local U.S.
You don't tell them their father's dead.
Now look, Big Daddy didn't sound sick when I talked to him. He was just missing me. And Virginia's always accusing me of not being there when the family needs me. This is just her way of getting me to rush home. Believe me, everything's fine.
Well, just the same, Blanche, I think I better go to Atlanta with you.
I don't see Miles here anywhere. Maybe he didn't come tonight.
He almost didn't. Hi, Dorothy.
Hello, Miles.
You left my party as soon as you arrived. You invite me to dinner, you disappear into the house, you send Blanche to the concert? I'm beginning to take it personally. Shall we?
Go on.
No, I want to go. Lydia looked so peaceful. We're not in this life for peace.
You're crying.
No, I'm not. I don't cry.
I can see your tears.
And I can see yours. You know what that tells me?
What?
You're not as ready to die as you think you are. You still want to live, kid.
Some kid. Hi, Dorothy. What are you doing?
I'm grading the history test.
How did I do?
You'll find out in class tomorrow.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Did I do better than Boris Yashchenko?
Oh, Rose, Boris Yashchenko doesn't speak a word of English, and he was hit in the forehead with a mortar. Ma, what is the matter with you? Can't you answer the door?
My butt's asleep, and you know, I'm kind of getting into it.
Hi, Zbornak. We need to talk.
Yeah, come in, Coach. Ma, this is Nick Odlevac, the football coach.
I never thought I'd say this, Dorothy, but I think...
But I know that wherever I am, you'll be right there with me. I love you, Charlie. I miss you. It's my birthday. You know the rules. I get the rose.
Everything worked out after all.
Were you three listening to our conversation?
Absolutely not. You know we would never eavesdrop.
They made me do it. When I turn my hearing aid up to 10, I can hear a canary break wind in Lauderdale.
He was a man who brought joy into the lives of all he touched.
I have the feeling he touched every behind him.
Fidel Santiago lived life.
Excuse me, Father. Hold that thought. No fear, I had to talk to her the last time.
Blanche, not to doubt your stamina, but don't you think those men are going to be bored?
Oh, of course not. Dorothy, tonight's a full moon. A night when men's passions, like the tides, are pulled to their highest...
Oh, Mrs. Doolittle, to show me that it didn't hurt. And I'd come out from under the bed, and you'd put it on my chest, and next day I'd always feel better. You remember, Ma?
Happy? We're happy.
Okay, Harry, I've just checked off your name. You're free to go. And if anybody else would care to go, feel free to. However, if you'd like to learn something, then I strongly suggest that you stay.
Dorothy and me to meet some men.
Me too, me too.
Let's say you and Rose and I do go. Won't they know that we haven't been to that school?
Yeah, how do we stop that from happening?
Dorothy, these people went to school 40 years ago. They won't know each other anymore. Why,
Alice died. Lillian is still around, but she thinks she's Pinky Lee. I'm the only one who's left.
Well, then maybe it's time that you went out and tried to make new friends.
It's not that easy to make new friends.
It sure wasn't for the first Eskimo family that moved to St. Olaf. Passed out at the World of Wool.
Oh, girls, for the first time in my life, my body feels old. I feel like I can't do the same things I used to.
Rubber woman couldn't do the same things you used to.
Honey, it's only natural.
All right, Dorothy, let's get out of here.
Ma, we have to pay our respects to the family. And listen, if you see Max, I don't want you making an...
Dorothy, I know what you're going through. I smoked for years.
You smoke? Rose, that's like finding out Lassie was an alcoholic.
Lassie was an alcoholic? That explains why she always tipped to one side when she waved goodbye to Tim.
Attractive Rose is. How much fun Rose is. I might as well have worn a bra.
Did he really say that? You're not just making that up.
I never make up stories where I come out looking bad. He also said he's going...
You see, 10 seconds, nothing happened. Oh, God! Ma, stop.
Oh, suddenly somebody believes me.
Did I hear the bell?
Listen, Rose, do me a favor. Look out the peephole and see who's at the door.
Sure, Dorothy.
Gee, it's...
Blanche, what exactly makes you think he's your man?
Who? Maybe the fact that I found him first?
Oh, what about the fact that he dumped you for me? Oh!
Laszlo, Ma.
Who's Laszlo? A Hungarian artist we've all been posing nude for.
Girls, I think I have my opening for the roast. Listen. Good evening, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your Cornish game hen.
What's so funny about that?
लोकप्रिय आमदार मनानं दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान लोकप्रिय आमदार मनानं दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान आमचे लोकप्रिय नेते अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण आमचे लोकप्रिय नेते अरविंद अण्णा मनानं हायलय मोठा असा दयाळू आमचा नेता शिवपाड प्रेम करते अहो त्यांच्यावर ही जनता अहो मनानं हायलय मोठा असा दयाळू आमचा नेता शिवपाड प्रेम करते अहो त्यांच्यावर ही जनता कलाकाराचा गुणवानाचा सदा करी सन्मान कलाकाराचा गुणवानाचा सदा करी सन्मान लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण वो दिलदार अहो गरिबाचा हा वाली तो खरा आहे दानशूर साऱ्या नेत्यामध्ये बघा आमचे अरुण अण्णालय वो दिलदार लोक कल्याणासाठी रात्रन दिवस वाहे सदा जीवन लोक कल्याणासाठी रात्रन दिवस वाहे सदा जीवन लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण राम पाटलांनी बघा कसं त्यांच्या कार्याला हो चांगलं अंतकरणातून बघा त्यांना नेता आपला राम पाटलांनी बघा कसं त्यांच्या कार्याला हो चांगलं अंतकरणातून बघा त्यांना नेता आपला ना झाला कधी ना होणार असा आमदारी कोण ना झाला कधी ना होणार असा आमदारी कोण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमदार मनान दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान लोकप्रिय आमदार मनान दिलदार कार्य त्यांचं महान लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा चव्हाण लोकप्रिय आमचा नेता अरविंद अण्णा
you.